Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's. We are doing more things, breaking our brains even more. I have replaced all the mini loaders, or chutes in this case, so that we can uninstall the mini loaders mod. And I've replaced them with the Deadlock's compact loaders, which will be all we need now that loaders can load into trains. And we also have remembered a couple more things with the help of Twitch chat, because really, who am I without Twitch chat? Should that be running, or is that a venting? That's a venting. So what I'm doing right now is getting more small... Oh, look, I have cars. I wonder if it's worth getting... Does that Spidertron enhancements mod work with cars? Thing that lets you put cars in your pocket, or the plane in your pocket? Because I might get that mod just so I don't lose my car constantly. It makes using a car a lot simpler, so you don't have to like pick it up and place it from your hotbar and then forget that you placed it and run back to it, because often you run here and then you run there and then you run there and then you run there, and all of a sudden you're this far away from your car before you even noticed you were moving. But yeah, right now I'm getting small parts. Small parts. Small parts. Small parts. Where are the parts? Small parts. Thank you. Exactly. Streamer without viewers is like a bear with no legs. No, you don't want to be a bear with no legs. We're crafting more of the miners, which are here? No. Here. Okay. Now I need more electric mining drills, and electric mining drills require... Oh, just iron plates. Okay. And iron plates are over... Have we fixed iron processing yet at all? Oh, that's ash. I thought that was iron. No, we're still doing old-fashioned. Old Faithful over here. Do compact loaders allow you to go from storage to train in a single loader rather than two needed from mini loaders? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure these are the same thing. You gotta go off train, onto train, like that. As far as I know, there's not anything that lets you do that. Am I wrong about that? I might be wrong. Okay, I don't remember how many I needed. I also need another radar or two for the new areas that are not within our radar reach. Oh, I even collected some fish. What's not in radar? This area? Yeah. Okay, is there like a hotkey to add a tag? Add radar. I need a symbol. A symbol for who I've become in life. That symbol shall be something that gets my attention. I don't know if I like any of these options. It needs to be bright and bold. Glorious. How about... Ooh, I kind of like the nuclear sample. Just a big green orb. I've got nothing. Maybe we'll just stick with the information signal. Just little reminders of things to do and where I need to do them. I'll probably forget when I'm over there, but at least one of you might see it and remind me. There's always a chance. Alright, so place the new electric fluid mining drills. It's so lovely. Oh, I need one more. And then we are working on medium power poles, which need chromium. According to Dave, that's something I was thinking about before we took our hiatus, which was a long hiatus. So chromium, we don't have, and we need, and I don't know where it is. What color even is it? It's like the coppery color, right? Or is it silvery? Chromium, where you at, boy? Oh, yeah, it's orangey. It's more reddish orange than like the yellowish orange that copper is. Ah, there we go. Much closer. Okay, so it's literally right next to the syngas that we're making. I can just make some more of these. 2, 4 we'll start with. And then we can automate medium power poles with aluminum, copper, and chromium. Now, you can see if you look at the mods that have affected this item, there are a couple tweaks that I have made to pYanodon's, which you may remember from Season 2 earlier, but I tweaked the wire reach only to be longer for short and medium poles, just because I find it annoyingly cluttering when there's a million small poles everywhere. So them being able to reach a little bit further just means you don't have to clutter them as densely in your base. Technically, it does allow for a few builds that would be impossible before because of wire reach not being able to reach far enough, but it's pretty rare to build things where that would be an issue. So like 99% of cases, it's not really a buff. I guess technically I won't need to make quite as many of them if I'm going for a longer distance, but I wouldn't say it's a very large buff. It's like insignificantly small is how I would classify it. Okay, and then we're gonna need, what was it, syngas? Well, that's good. We got syngas right here. We got your gas, baby. Reminder that there is no direct smelting. Right. That's awesome. Okay, so it is being pumped out from store. What? Oh, hold on. We got issues. We're stopped up somewhere. What's going on? Regular coal is stuck because iron oxide is stuck. Ah. Aha. Rotate out the next chest. So this is why we need speakers, which we are not insanely far from. Once we have speakers, we'll set up alerts on things like this, and then by the time we get about 300 hours in the game, we'll just be taking care of alerts, and that will become the game. There will be nothing else. But yeah, I mean, a simple solution for something like this that I should get used to implementing more is like a self-burning, burn the extra. Wait, what is this? Okay. Let's see. We'll do this, output priority to the right, but then if we can't, we burn it. And there should be enough fuel there. Hey, Maxis, thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated. I think that'll work. And ash burns still, right? That's a thing? Yeah, this is burning its own ash. Okay. So then that way it won't back up ever again. Assuming we have coke, but we have to have, there literally cannot be iron oxide in this burner without coke being provided. So I'm pretty sure that's never gonna stop. There's probably some weird like 0.001% edge case that somehow would make it stop, and I'm probably gonna run into that edge case, but you know, we can at least tell ourselves for now that it's impossible. This mod hurt my brain. Yep, me too. We are together in that reality. Don't you worry. Belt. Yeah, I'll just go... We'll go closer to this because that actually leaves me more space on the other side of the belt. We'll do this. And I also need to decide what I'm going to pave the world with because the bonuses are pretty huge. Like, very huge levels of huge. Like 300% levels of huge. 350%. So I will most likely spend far too long in GIMP trying to make whichever one I pick look a little better. It might be limestone. It might be iron oxide tiles. I'm not sure how producible iron oxide tiles are though. For now. I know later you get a good way to produce oxide, but I don't know if we have that yet. And it's kind of just a byproduct. I think this is the main way, is coarse fractioning. IIRC, which stands for if I remember correctly. No, it's this one. Yeah, you can nitrobenzene your iron straight into iron oxide. Coarse fractioning is free though. From soil, which is free from water. So coarse fractioning might just be the way that we do it. And then, does that get us muddy sludge too? Is that like a bonus? Or no? Where does the muddy sludge come from? Probably called like dirty water or something. Yep, there it is. Dirty water light and dirty water heavy. And dirty syngas. Okay, muddy sludge also comes from soil. Cool. Okay, so we can just soil and water and get ourselves those iron oxide tiles, and we'll see how ugly they look and if we want to use them or not. It is very hard to design a nicely tiling look, so please do not hear me insulting anybody if I say they're ugly. It is just my personal opinion. And I'm not saying anything's ugly yet, but the old ones used to be quite ugly. I think the new ones are a lot better and maybe still a little ugly, but we'll see. Because I've seen screenshots. I do not like the asphalt. I don't know how people build their bases on what feels like a black void. Again, personal opinion. And the limestone feels a little too bright. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up going with. Okay, T-junction facing up. There we go. Power connection done. And connect around the front. And baby, you got a stew going. I mean, you got chromium going. Ooh, I'm not crafting that one. I do like burning the iron oxide. You know, if freight forwarding was any sort of indicator, you guys know that I like crushing things. So we're gonna keep crushing things, don't you worry. Wait, what? Are those different? Or are those just different? Okay, never mind. Sorry, they looked like a different enough color that I actually thought we were mining two different things. But I'm pretty sure that's all just chromium, right? Yeah. Alright, now, good old chromium. You used to be able to just smelt it like 40 to 5 or something terrible. But now you gots to crush it. You guns to crush it, and you get 10% stone byproduct, 5-to-1 to grade 1. Oh, you know, I think this finally got improved. I threw a royal stink on the pYanodon's Discord like so many ages ago, probably about 2 years ago now, and I remember people gave me a hard time about it. Rightly so. I did do a lot of complaining. But it was because, like, the tier 1 of chromium processing was almost better than tier 2 because it took so much less space and so much less power and so many less buildings. It required a little bit more chromium, but only like 10%. So it was like, why would you ever go to the complicated version? I'm pretty sure that's changed now. Let's dive in. Now what we need is reordering of these. Kind of a bummer that these can't be reordered. Oh well. Can't have everything. Right, X. Chromium. So, Chromium. They can be. They can? Oh! Ha! Well, sometimes you get what you ask for. Without even having to wait for it. Isn't that just dandy? Fine and dandy. Okay, well that's the only one I have unlocked right now. So that's what we're going with. Chromite pulp, stage 7. You know, when you see stage 7 on something, you just have to ignore it for now. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt yourself. So this is a problem because we don't have any sand castings yet, I don't think. But we do have we have all this. We can deal. Limestone is still just water, right? Yeah. Okay. This isn't too bad. Should I do 5 a second? No, that's insane. How about 1 a second? That's less insane. How about 3 a second? We'll go for the full yellow belt of ore. And put a pin in it. Now, is there a way to get it to show you whether you have it in your inventory or not? Because that would be really cool. But I don't think there is. Like, I want to see, like, what I have in my inventory minus this, you know, like, what do I still need? But I need it all, so it doesn't really matter. Because it's all expensive still in terms of resources. I need 6 separators. Okay. So let me go to my small parts and grab all 10,000 of them. Wherever they are. Somewhere. Nope, that's science. Over here. Let's make sure we have enough iron. And Dave, you said something about heavy armor. I'm gonna let this build up bigger too. Giving 40 inventory slots, which sounds pretty awesome. So I'm gonna check that out too. It even is a small part in terms of cost. Like 0.75 iron, 1.75 or 1.75 iron, 0.75 copper. It's actually relatively pricey. It's not nothing. 2.5 plates for a small part. But heavy armor is researchable. Latex slabs, plastic bars, durable. I think we have all that. I'm iffy on the latex slabs. It's weird that there's not a hotkey for this. You'd think Control F would like equate to clicking that. Okay, I do have latex slabs. We did titanium, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Titanium. Yes. Oh my god, I love this mod. Best mod ever? Question mark? Maybe not that, but it's pretty great. Okay, we need casting units. Need separators. Separators. Already out of ingredients. Oh, we need steel. We need lots of steel. Oh, and it has an equipment grid. Well, so does this one. This has got a little baby 2x4 equipment grid. You could put a whole, like, 3 solar panels in there. Okay, here's my steel. Ah, yes. I think I put the chest way down here for some odd reason, didn't I? No. There's the refined concrete, at least. Why'd that stop? What? Blacklist ash. Look, I may not know much, but I'm pretty sure that should be running. It's powered. It's blacklisting ash. And it's not grabbing refined concrete. Yeah, that was a bug. Something changed with the... I know the inserters changed, like they removed filter inserters, and so maybe that had something to do with it, but... Advanced fluid handling, Maxis. Amazing mod, highly recommend. Now, steel. Let's practice. Where'd it go? There we go. Storage. Boom. Found my steel storage chest. I was sort of right. It is over here. There's all my steel. Oh, it's so nice. I can just find... Oh, it was full, so the inserter stopped checking, and nothing ever changed in the amount that it had in it, so I didn't need to keep checking. I see what you're saying. Okay. That does make sense, actually. I don't know if I'd call that a bug or not. Maybe an edge case. Where, like, if stack size changes for, what do you call that? Migration from one version to another, it should force a recheck of all inserters. Anyway. Solid separator 4. Now, what I really want, surprisingly, that doesn't exist, is there's no way to just make more of this. Even the picker mod can't do it. Like, I just want to mouse over it and, like, click it and be like, make 2 more of those. Click, click. And it, you know, some combination of clicking. And it works. But that's not how it works. So, still have to do it the hard way. Now, what you can do is you can click it, bring it out here, and then... I lied. Why is that not working? I have the picker settings incorrect. Picker settings are kind of complicated and scary. Item upgrade carousel? No. It might be in the map. Game planners and inventory. Request filters. No. It's not inventory tools though. I'm in the wrong. It's picker extent. Allow multiple pipette crafts. That's what we want. So it's still not doing it when I click it there, but if I pick it up and click it, does it work? No. Do I have to place it? Yeah, it has to be placed. That's sad. So it can't really do what I want. And we're still out of things. Now we're out of air core conductors, aka tier 0 circuits. That's essentially what they are in pYanodon's. I'll just grab a few of those if you don't mind. Let these run for 10 years while I'm off doing more important things. Okay, so we got... Wait, there we go. Got those, got those. Wait, I never made the last one. Nope, I'm making the last one. Crusher. I'll remember where these are eventually, but gotta get my feet wet again. I think I automated steam engines? But you want to know the best way to find out? Oh, never mind, I found it. But I was going to do factory search. You know it, baby. crusher 3. I'll just make a couple more while I'm here. You need a bunch of these. Tar, TPU, toilet paper unit. I'm out of stone now, which probably is a bad thing. Let's grab some of that. You know what I want is like a Factorio Alexa, where I'm like, Factorio Alexa, where's my stone? And it like does the factory search thing on stone. That would be so cool. When are they giving us Factorio AI? Flopatron. Computertron, dude. Seriously though, where's the stone belt? It's down here somewhere. There it is. Let's hoover up a bit of that. Oh wait, I have 2 recipes for air conductors already? I forgot about that. Oh, it's so nice that you can walk through these now. Okay, made those. I already have the TPU. I can make another one. That's a DDC. There's the TPU, and we need soil extractor, which I think is in this menu too. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm out of iron plates again. Good golly gosh, God. So many things. Lost it. What are the recipes for these guys? Air core inductors. Of course they're not called that. What are they called? They're called Inductor 1. It's half as much copper, but we need 2/5 of a ceramic each, so 0.4 ceramic instead of 1 iron stick, which is 0.8 clay and 0.2 coke. I honestly don't know if I'd say that's that much more efficient, because iron is so easy to get. It is half of the copper cost, for sure, but the other cost is actually worse, I think. At least it's more complicated. As most things with pYanodon's, it's a question of like, it's technically more efficient if you're making that other more complicated thing efficiently, which you might not be. But if I already have gob tons of iron and copper, it's just easier to do it the first way. Okay, so I think we're ready for chromium. Now the inputs needed are sand, CO2, and creosote. Don Quixote, creosote. Pretty sure we just have creosote in a big doodad. Storage tank thing. Which, by the way, is what one of the things my mod does. The Krydax's pYanodon's tweaks. It does modify all of the fluid tanks to have a much more balanced volume and price based on what they look like, rather than just what seems to be a little bit random. So the ones that are taller and bigger actually hold more, and they cost more resources to craft, and they're all relatively based on the old costs. A few of them you might, you know, need duralumin where you didn't before, or lead or something, but it's all the same ideas. And I want to say I have creosote up here. Nope. Yes, up here. There it is. Okay, so we have a lot of creosote. Probably should make bigger tanks. I thought tanks were in the pYPH. I guess it's pYindustry. But there's no pYindustry. So where are the tanks? Full process? Oh, they're in logistics now. Is that new? I don't think they were in logistics before. Pretty sure that's new. I don't know how certain I am about that. So right now the biggest one I can do is this guy at 120. Or that one at 100. 30, whatever. I don't need to worry about that right now. The important thing is I have creosote. I can hit H on that and then follow it, which is just beautiful. Well, we know one thing about past Krydax, Dave, and that is he is a chump. So, I don't have to listen to him. What does he know? Alright, so I'm wondering if I should make the sand casting and put it on a belt, or take the creosote over to where I'm doing this. Pro con. If I make the sand casting there, I'm still gonna need sand casting other places. Pro, it's easier to move creosote because pipes are easier than belts. Con, I'm still gonna have to take the sand casting to all the other places where I make things, but that's hopefully gonna be close-ish. So I will move the creosote. And that is simple enough to accomplish one of these. I think I already have, yep, I already got this thing going. Of course, it doesn't work over long distances. I'll just join up with this so it's nice and adjacent. Oh, well, that's no longer nice. Ooh, I need belt immunity. When do I get belt immunity? Oh god. Not till Pi 2. Okay, well, get used to it then. Just get used to it. It ain't happening anytime soon. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. If you start over it, it has to be the right rotation, because I think their base item that they're based on is still an underground pipe, and so it's not rotation agnostic. I don't know if that's the right way to use that word, but like, yeah, it cares. It's weird. Where's that Chromium? Still way down here. Yeah, I mean, you can't have players having belt immunity before they're like 700 hours into pYanodon's, can you now? Uh-oh, shouldn't have done that. Go the other way. Oh yeah, the Digosaurus. So cute. I love all the animals that they add. I am just gonna go back this way though. Try to keep things compact. Alright, we made it. So then we're gonna need water over here. How do I build this? Currently, mining and smelting is happening up here, so I'm thinking maybe over here, kind of in the same ballpark of the base. Will be this general area, and we can do more and more complex stuff off to the, maybe the north? I don't like expanding to the north, though. So we'll probably go mostly east-west. I can get my first mount already. Really? Did I already research it? Animal. We've already got the caravan. We knew about that. Is the caravan a mount? As well as can carry things? I don't see anything else. Unless it's a different row. That's all Braux, that's fish. Tech is called mount. Sure doesn't look like it. It's behind green science. Lies and slander, Dave. so the chromium. Oh, we're gonna need water over here too. Balls. Water is so annoying. Are we sure there's not another way to make it? Before these things? Tidal power plant core. What? That's so cool. A lot of things have water as a byproduct, but there's no like, let me just make water from stuff. I could, when do I get cooling towers? I could research cooling towers, and I could make steam from a fluid fuel. Wait, you can't make steam without water. Never mind. Don't ignore everything I said. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear it. I didn't say it. Sometimes. Okay, so I need water. I guess I can't really get around that. Probably go from over here. Ugh, so many long pipes. I'm gonna need more undergrounds. Pump jacks are not till green science. So they're still a ways away. The good news is there's not a lot of things that need like absurd amounts of water per second, I don't think. Wait, does moss not use water? Like those only use 25, you know, so like it's not like I need a million pipes of water. So that's nice. Where's my advanced fluid handling setup? I do not remember. Probably up here somewhere, but I don't see it. Oh, it's literally right here. Okay, so I'm gonna need a bunch of those. Refill on these. Refill on these. Refill, refill. Get your refill. Alright, we probably used up all our pipes crafting things. Sure did. Okay, now there's another thing. It's amazing that with a game that is this refined and this well made, and with this many mods that exist, there are still little features that are annoying. Or features that aren't even either possible or no one's made a way to do them yet. Because like I can understand why this feature maybe isn't in the base game, but it's a power user feature that I want. And that feature is, I want to be able to set a limit on how many of my inventory items of each particular type can be used for handcrafting. Because pipes are an entity, and I want to be able to place pipes. I don't always want them to be gone because I crafted a building that needed pipes. So I want to say like 100 pipes are not allowed to be touched. And if you want to craft a building that needs 50 pipes, and I only have 110, then you can only use 10 of those, and you have to then handcraft the other 40. And like, there's no way to do that right now. And logistics bots kind of fix that once you get to that stage of the game, but when you don't have logistics bots, they can't really do that. Where's the water? Oh, and this is where we put the radar. I remembered a thing. Where did our radar? Oh, okay. I was like, did our radars get used in an ingredient? I thought radars were normally at the end. Maybe they moved. Gosh, there's so much raw coal. I'm glad that I have big patches of resources, honestly. Oh, I see why we didn't have radar over here. It all makes sense now. Okay. For now, bring these power poles down. And this is some good sulfur, which needs a sulfur mine. Do we even have those unlocked yet? Nope. Do these line up nicely? They do. Do they have like a suggestions for them though? Oh, right. I need to change the nanobot settings to check more often. I think by default they only check once per second, which is a little too slow, and sometimes you can walk by something without it getting queued up to build. Yeah, we want the rate to be 30, every 30 ticks. Okay. So that way it checks every half second. Oh, you know, the other reason that things don't get built is you run out of nanobots. Guess what? This is borax, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so there's power, there's water. I will get that on the same wavelength. Just again for looking nice purposes. Yeah, there's probably something on the forum somewhere I should look. I never visit the Factorio forums, I'm not gonna lie. I visit the Discord and the Reddit, but I never really go to the forums. Okay, sweet. We're there. Alright, so soil daddies, as we call them. I need... Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about the iron oxide tiles. I'm like, wait, didn't I remember, like, separating soil and getting a bunch of gravel and byproducts? That's a different thing. Different thing I'm thinking of. Alright, so here's... not soil, sorry, limestone. Need 5 making limestone. And they make 0.4 a second, so inserter, single inserter's fine. There's limestone. Ah, I'm out of belts. Almost. I'm gonna run out of inserters too. Make a few extra. Belts, belts, belts. There we go. Oof, my inventory fills up quick when you take 10 stacks of everything. I think I need a second caravan for stone. Is that what's going on here? What is going on here actually? And where? It's somewhere around. There it is. Yeah, I mean it's just not. We just don't have enough. So definitely. Oh, there was an unbuilt. Couple unbuilt. Oh god. And I don't see any creosote in here, so we're missing something. There it is. Missing link. Alright, need some lights. Bright factory is a happy factory. Gotta have good working conditions for our engineer. Alright, so those 5 are done. And then we make a casting doodads, which I will need for other things. From sand and creosote. We'll figure out the sand in a minute. Can I make... I think it decreases... skipping thoughts. When you crush stone into gravel and then gravel into sand, it is less, right? 4. Where are you getting 4 stone? Anybody know? Why does it say 4 stone? Very confused by that. And this says zeros, but when I click on it, it says 4. First block can't link. Ah. Interesting. Still confusing why it says 0, though. It lets me link that. And then it lets me link that. Oh, the first line can't be linked. That's what that's saying. Okay. Fine. Shouldn't it see the excess output and link it? Or does this... I think that all needs to be in its own. And then this needs to be. Wait, where'd they go? Yeah, there. Those need to be in a new block. I think. Let's try linking now. Still doing 4. Where are you getting 4 stone from? What on earth? Is it just because that's one factory's worth? It's weird. Yeah, one of these configurations should work. That should find that and then utilize it. That's how the old version would do it. Ingredient input mode. So like if it's unlinked, I can say like, hey, I give you 5 stone. And then it maths it. So it should be seeing the 1.5 stone, grabbing it, and setting it to that. So we can see that we get 0.85 sand out, which is not enough. Which is the only question I had in the beginning of this whole process, is does it make enough stone to make enough sand for its own sand casting? No, it does not. But why does this not link properly is the question. I'm guessing if I make a fake... All right, let me try something here. Let me make like a dummy block that I move to the top. Or wait, this way. And then I put this above it. and then I link it. And it still doesn't work. Okay, one of the... Oh, do I need a... Ugh, no, that just made everything worse. Because that's the whole point of ingredient mode, is to utilize byproducts. Okay, when I say the whole point, there's more than one point to it, but that's one of the major reasons that I use it, is to utilize byproducts from a different block, which is very useful, but it's either bugged or something is changed in how things link, and I haven't figured it out yet. Like, do I need a sub-block inside of the Chromium that's linked? Maybe? That's not it. Maybe that's what we do. Let's try... I feel like we already tried that. Maybe we didn't. Let's try that. Oh, that's not right. Stone, ingredient, brush. Russianate, burninate, countryside. Still says it can't link. Link is supposed to be ingredient input. That's not working. That should work. Something's weird here. I will have to ask Kiwi Hawk if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's bugged, or if they removed functionality, which would be a big bummer. I'm hoping this is a bug. If it can't do that anymore, that would be really sad, because I use this functionality all the time. So I'm hoping that's not the case. But yeah, I can't think of any other way to do this, right? I mean, we tried both ways. We tried it as a sub block, and we tried it as a matching tier block, like the same level. Ingredient input and link, and neither one gave me what we wanted. Shouldn't have to use matrix solver for it. I avoid matrix solver where I can. And there's the question of where the hell is this 4 coming from? That's a different question that I have, but I still have it. Like, why is there a random 4 that shows up when you change it to ingredient input sometimes? That feels very random. I guess it's just setting it to 1 building rather than 0 just because. I don't know. Anyway, I can manually type in 1.5. Things I have to do. Ridiculous. Ah. You also can't pin something. Or you can only pin 1 block at a time. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it was just recent that it officially became 1.0. It was technically beta up until now. We'll see, Dave. I don't know if it's worth rolling back the version. Also, I don't know if you can roll back the version. I could imagine this is one that you cannot downgrade. I don't know that for sure. It seems like the kind of update that you wouldn't be able to go backwards on, potentially. Because once it has, yeah, I don't know, like, what kind of data it would be left with once it's tried to produce all of that. Now, sand is interesting. You need sand for a lot of things. I want to say the best way to do it is still just soil in a washer. That's 3 seconds for 13. 4 seconds for 10, but I also get the muddy sludge, and I don't get all this other stuff. Separators take a lot more power for what it's worth. And then there's the iron stick, but I need excavation for that, which is, woof, not for a long time. So, which way do I want to do it? I'd get some free limestone, too. And some biomass. I am paralyzed with indecision. The washer method takes a crap ton of water, so maybe I just won't do it that way. Those are 100 a second. Do I have a washer? No, but I can get one. Okay, so if I do the sand version, that gets me 7.5 soil to 2.5 sand a second, which is enough. So I'll just stick with that. I do need another soil extractor. It needs to be a T. And then we're gonna have to do something with the muddy sludge. Oh, the slutty mudge, as it were. That is 2 a second, so 2 inserters can handle that. And then the soil, sand. Do I have Longify yet? No, I don't remember when I get that. All right, there is our sand casting. First sand casting of the game. Show me my ingredients. Okay, we'll do some crushinating of chromium. The rate in is 5 each, which unfortunately is actually a legitimate 5 inserters right now. That's kind of a lot. So here's a question I have for the people who love to hear me talk about UPS. Is this more or less efficient? Because I know splitters are bad for UPS, but also inserters are bad for UPS. And so is a loader and a splitter better than 5 inserters? I would be very curious to see like a very large scale test of that. I would guess the 5 inserters might actually be better because no splitters are needed, but I have no idea. Playing the game is bad for UPS. Exactly. Now you understand the problem, Dave. Okay, 1.5 out means I only need 4 there and 2 there. And that's a total of 4.5 items out, which is not too bad. The stone should probably be repurposed. I'd say we're close enough to the stone. As much as I loved crushing stone in Factorio, it's far more important in pYanodon's, and you need it in far huger quantities as well. And now we just need hella separation. 6 items. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Quick, just let that run. Each one of these needs half. Not very much. Get rid of all my chromium here. I'll replace this build by the time UPS matters. Now that is a good point. That is a good point. Oh man. Let's just appreciate the art on these things for a second. It's so cool looking. And this is one of the earlier art pieces. You know, some of the newer art that pYanodon's has done is like even more insane. So talented. I was mentioning this on the freight forwarding kind of recap that I did towards the end of the series, but like I think Factorio and pYanodon's both have different art styles, and I think they're both the GOAT in my opinion. Space exploration is good, and it has some things that are really great about it, graphics-wise, that are, I think, better than anything else, but I think overall, like, Factorio wins and pYanodon's wins, but for different reasons. I think Factorio wins for having this, like, sort of space-age industrial look, and it looks kind of gamey in a good way, in a way that feels like it fits with, like, a lot of the other things in Factorio. But pYanodon's just has, without a doubt, spacebar, without a doubt, the most detailed, like, coolest, most complex, so many animation frames, so many things going on, just absolutely gorgeous stuff. Like, and so cool. Like, pYanodon's just wins by a landslide, easily. IR3 does look pretty cool. I haven't played it, but I've seen pictures, and I do agree it looks pretty cool. But it can't compete with pYanodon's, even just thinking about the amount. I mean, every single one of these buildings has its own unique animation and pictures that are all, like, increasingly complex and cool. And so, like, even if IR3 has some art that's better, I don't think it can come close to competing with pYanodon's. And yeah, I mean, quantity isn't the main thing here, but it sort of matters. You know, when you have hundreds of buildings and they all have amazing, unique sprites, that's pretty impressive. Because that's part of what keeps a lot of mod makers from adding more buildings, is like, oh, that would be too much art, can't handle all of it. So, like, it does matter. I don't think it's the main thing, for sure. And I'm not trying to say it is. I would say pYanodon still beats IR3 in terms of, like, the intricacy and the, like, it looks like a real buildingness. I think IR3 has a much cleaner look. It's very smooth and clean, and it looks beautiful in that way. But I think pYanodon's has more, like, character, and it actually feels like it's a real building that does real things in the real world. And those, like, little bits and bobs, you know, on the floor of this casting unit. Okay, I'm getting very distracted talking and not playing, you know, but that's fine. That's why we're here, right? Alright, so the problem is I need another thing, which is the sand. How do we want to address that? When do I get long inserters? Oh, I already... Oh, wait. I think I decided I'm not going to do that until I at least technologically get to the point where I could build long inserters. I wanted to limit myself, at least to that. So, I want to say we already have... Did we already have this? Yeah, I needed this for intermetallics. Okay, so once I have belts, then I will allow myself to start doing long inserters. And we don't have belts, right? Shift H is not the right button. Shift F, then click, then Control F, then belt, then click. Nothing. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh, and carbon dioxide. Y'all, we need... You know, I need to do something more useful with the spacebar. Given that we're playing pYanodon's, I'm never going to need to shoot biters. What What should I bind the spacebar to? What should I bind the spacebar to? Vote in the comments, please. Something useful that I do a lot of, but it's not the end of the world if I accidentally hit it, because with all the control and alt pressing that I do, it is easy to accidentally hit spacebar. Oh, I forgot what I'm searching for. I'm doing this. Dioxide. Okay, so Coke is by and large the easiest way to make it right now. Nuke the base, dump your inventory, crush the stone. Alright, bring it on. You guys are the worst. I'm pretty sure... Ooh, what was that? Oh, this is the moondrops if I do that turd upgrade. Right. Solens. Oh, yeah. Biomass will be the way to do it, but that's not till green science. Okay. So for now, I just use Coke. It's that simple. What's the rate even? 90? We should probably just have a line of carbon dioxide, right? Like, that's not crazy. I don't think that's crazy anyway. What all does it get used for? Maybe I should ask that before I make a line of it. It gets used for 133 things. A lot of them are just different plants, though. But it's a lot of oily stuff, too. Fiber. I saw nylon in there. What was that? Gas? Natural gas from refined syngas. Cool. I cannot wait for the new feature in Factorio 2. Okay. Where's the nearest Coke? Oh, I have Coke just down here. Yeah, let's just use that. Or even better, I might just yoink some of this raw coal and make it locally. We'll do locally sourced carbon dioxide. Did I get the HPF to Coke recipe yet? HPF stands for high pressure furnace, for those wondering. Or does that not exist anymore? Did that get removed? No, wait. Wasn't it regular Coke? Or regular coal to Coke? It's not that. This is tier 2. Coking gas oil. Oh my god, there's so much crap in this game. I'm never gonna beat pYanodon's. Yeah, I mean, this is what we want. It's just great, actually. I feel like it previously to get Coke directly from coal without having all those extra little steps before, you actually needed the tier 2 Coke processing recipe. Oh, I guess it's the same here. Never mind. Because this came, like, this was the first thing we got in the game, and then, yeah, okay. We good. Yeah, but I already have Q for clearing the cursor. So. Hey, Wascally. Stone crushing is, of course, happening, yes. It's actually not yet. Oh, yeah, the HPF's got bigger. I forgot about that. No, we're not making raw coal out of biomass. We're making carbon dioxide. No, we're making coal. We're making Coke. I can't say words. And then you're making carbon dioxide. And then you need 5 a second in, which is absurd, to make 2 a second out, along with the coke oven gas, COG, as I sometimes call it. And COG is actually very powerful in turn. Does that make the 80 that I need? Oh god, wait, did I need 80 a second? I need 90 a second? Oh jeez. This only makes 16? I need 5 to 1 here, and that will make 80. Okay, I need a lot more of these. Thankfully, I had the ingredients for... just 3 more. Dang. Dang. Okay, furnace. We need... We're out of copper. Got it. So, anyway, I forget what I was talking about. Literally no idea. Coke, something, coal. Oh, yeah, I was... The recipes changed a little bit with alternative energy is kind of, I think, where some of that came from. Oh, yeah, and what am I doing with the spacebar? So far, I've heard 0 good ideas. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Okay, I'm still good on small parts, iron, air cores, belts. Splitters, I could use a recharge. Also wouldn't be crazy to get rid of mechanical inserters. Mostly I'll keep 1 stack behind. Chutes I can put away. Those are going to disappear once I update and remove the mini loaders mod. And where are splitters? Oh, right. Right. Splitters require circuits. I think I've just been handcrafting them. He's so demanding. Sorry, guys. Nuking my base is just not necessarily what I want spacebar to do. Call me crazy. Something... Whoa. At a certain zoom level, the middle line of chests looks different visually than the other 2 lines, which is really weird because the effect persists even as I move up and down. But, like... It's just artifacting of the zoom level, because when I zoom in, they all look the same. Interesting. That's the kind of stuff that Factorio Friday Facts would like write about for like 13 pages worth, is like how that artifacting happens and why. Place a car near a player. That's not terrible. Don't know if I love it. Could have some negative effects. I also never got an answer from anybody, and maybe nobody knows, if the mod that I had that was working to put the plane in my pocket in freight forwarding, does that work for any vehicle, or is it only for Spidertron-like vehicles? Because I want to know if it'll work for the car in pYanodon's. Deconstruct seems bad because, again, the accidental pressing chance. Pausing the game doesn't really feel necessary. I already have escape for that. I don't pause very often. What am I doing? CO2. Okay. Maybe I could have it rotate the other direction. Like Shift R, you know, rotates the other way. Maybe I could have space do it. Because I never use Shift R because it's too complicated. I just hit R 3 times. So that's actually an idea. Would be rotate the other way. Where am I going with this? All the way up there? Deconstruction planer. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Oop, 2. Do these feed... Or... Can't tell, actually. No, it's just 4 different input spots. Sometimes I place shift, or I press shift R 3 times. Yeah, exactly. I feel like no matter how you do it, you always do it the wrong way the first time. That is, like, guaranteed. Shift mouse wheel to rotate. Weirdly enough, that's not good because it's hard to quickly and precisely rotate mouse wheel as you want. It's easy to do it quick, or it's easy to do it precise, but quick and precise is really hard with the mouse wheel. You can't, like I can press R 2 times really fast with no mistakes. Much more difficult to like quickly roll the mouse wheel twice, but not 3 times. So I don't know if that's a great option. I think Deconstruction Planner is currently up there with... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to do with this coke oven gas. I think I'm going to put it in a big tank for now with an overflow on a flare stack. And then probably use it for things later, like power and stuff. But yeah, rotate backwards and Deconstruction Planner, I think, are the 2 top ideas for now. Shift. Does that work? Does Factorio have the ability to rotate to a set direction rather than rotate from current to 90 degrees in one or the other? Yeah, I didn't think it did. Honestly, I don't even know if I would really want that feature. I need to think of like what that would be useful for. I guess it could be useful for certain things like a pipe, like especially the default Factorio pipes where the direction very much matters more than, you know, the advanced fluid pipes, which can do that. Like, what if you clicked and held and then you dragged and then it would like point the pipe in that direction? So if I like click and drag down, it would like make the pipe do that. Or if I click and drag up, it would do that. That would be kind of cool. To-do list, I already have on X. Shift-C is easy enough to add a new task. And I've already got muscle memory for that. So I also don't want to screw up my muscle memory unless it's worth it. Which I don't think task list would be. How are those not in the same tile? What did I screw up? Oh, are they just too far? Oh yeah, there's one tile too far. Okay. Alright, 90 and event. Cool. Okay, coke oven gas is 1 megajoule each, so that's why I don't just want to vent it, because it has a lot of power behind it. The new rails are going to be awesome with all 16 directions. Oh, so wonderful. And then the vertical, the elevated rails, being able to make it so that intersections don't have crossings. Oh, it's so cool. I mean, look, I need to end the YouTube episode, but let's nerd out about the new rails for a second. So like, let's visualize old rail systems, right? Old rail systems, the auto underground is actually annoying right now. So old rail systems would be like this, right? And all of the, you know, intersections, like a right turn has always been fine. Right turns are easy. In fact, right turns are so easy that some people have designed it such that you only have right turns in your mega base, because the only way a right turn can create traffic is if 2 train, you know, one's coming up and the other one's merging at the same time. Even if they're slightly offset, then literally neither one has to slow down. So right turns are easy. It's the left turns that really get you in trouble. And obviously going straight is easy. That requires no crossings. And it's just those dang left turns. You know, because with a left turn... Well, sorry, I guess going straight's not easy, because you intersect the ones going the other direction. So, like, 2 things going straight have a problem. So straight can be a problem. Left is even more of a problem, because left has you interfering with literally every single thing other than a right turn from the other direction. The only thing a left turn from this way does not interfere with is this guy turning right. So essentially it interferes with, like, what is that? 3 different directions of travel. It interferes with down, it interferes with up, it interferes with straight, it interferes with right, Well, it interferes with all 3 directions from this, all 3 directions from this, and 2 of the 3. Yeah. So it interferes with 8 of the 9 possible things it could interfere with, which is pretty bad. Whereas turning right only interferes with 1 thing, right? Which is going straight from this direction. All right, I guess it's 3 things, because it's all of the possibilities. It could be going straight from this direction, turning left from this direction. I guess we don't have U-turns. So turning right interferes with 2 of 9. Turning left interferes with 8 of 9. Left-hand drive is not the superior way to drive. Come on now. Heavy armor finished. Awesome. Can I craft it? I cannot. Oh yeah, I need the latex. So anyway, with the new rails, we're gonna be able to do even just the most basic stuff like this. You already have a ton more efficiency because your right turns are still exactly the same as before. You know, they're just as efficient, still blocking the 2 ways of travel. But then the left turns, now you can do like a left turn that goes under there and then merges with that. So it basically operates like a right turn, where the only thing that left turn is interfering with is merging on the path it's going towards. So anyway, that's me just being long-winded about saying I'm excited for rails. And I need more nanobots. Did I ever automate nanobots? Hey, you want to know a great way to find out if I ever did that? Factory search. Nope, I didn't. Well, in that case, you don't want to change gears with my left hand. Yeah, I agree. That would feel so weird. I'm also excited for the new changes that they're making to the rail systems in general. I feel like trains will be a lot more approachable. And there will still be a use case for LTN, but it won't be as many cases. I think there's a lot of cases that right now kind of want LTN that won't need LTN after all the train updates. So there will still be some reasons that people will want LTN, and probably for pYanodon's I still will. Who knows? But... Oh, do I have Q to front? I do. Good. Alright, heavy armor. Let's do this. Light armor, we hardly knew ye. Quite literally. Oh. Whoops, that could have been bad. Look at those inventory slots. Delicious. Alright, well, I should be done YouTube episode-wise because we are... I don't think I have enough ammo to destroy this chest. Nope. And I literally can't make any more because gunpowder. Complex solutions require... Or complex problems require complex solutions. Oh, come on. There we go. Perfect. Love it. Okay, did I finish this ever? No. But we're very close. Let's finish this before we end the YouTube episode. Hey, Doob. Thank you for the follow. See, when I thought Arendelle was talking about the old fluid change mechanics. Like the old fluid code. But maybe it was a tease for new features. But I was just thinking about the old... But I guess he didn't work for Loop back when that changed. So maybe it is a tease for a new feature. We're out of sand because we are muddy sludged up. We're out of lead. Well, do we at least have a sinkhole? Actually, I'm gonna move that over by 1. There is one complaint I have about pYanodon's buildings. Sometimes it can be hard to tell which tile is the building or not. Because some buildings have a big overhang, such as, you know, high pressure furnaces. Other buildings clearly have an overhang, but you don't know how much. Like, there could be a world where this tile is not building, right? But it is building. So that can be a little tricky to decipher. It's better than it used to be. I actually think they did some work trying to make it more consistent. Oh, right. By moving that, I made these not work. Okay, so then instead I move you down and over, and then I move the water down and over. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so here's my hot take on fluids, and then I'll be done with the YouTube episode. I think fluids actually are pretty great. Because realistically, fluids do have a maximum flow rate. And right now, you can accomplish that flow rate pretty easily as long as you don't build hundreds of pipes in a row with no pumps in between them. And even that's semi-realistic, right? Like, there is friction loss at distance in real pipes. So, like, weirdly enough, the fluid mechanics as they are right now is like an oddly good approximation of real life for how much it's different than real life under the hood. Like, there's no pressure, there's no... Like, there is kind of volume, you know, in the sense that, like, there's the amount of fluid in each pipe itself, but the way that it flows is weird and archaic and all kinds of crazy under the hood, but it just works. And honestly, I think it's a pretty decent system. I do agree that it can be hard to diagnose what's going on if you're not getting enough. And the big one, the big complaint that I have, is there's no splitters. There's no way, like, you have to use tanks and circuits and pumps or overflow valves, things like that, to manage priorities or even splitting of things. And, like, if I have fluid being provided from this direction, sometimes the last thing gets the fluid first, and you're like, what the hell? Like, how does that work? You know, and, like, there are some things that don't make sense. So, I mean, maybe you're right. There are definitely improvements, I'm sure, that could be made, but at the cost of crazy optimization, I don't know if it's worth it. I would only want them to change the fluid mechanics if they could do it without really wrecking UPS. Because, and again, it's never been an issue for me. Don't be all like, like, I'm not saying it's been an issue for me, but I know for megabases, fluid mechanics are some of even, like, what keeps people from doing nuclear instead of solar and stuff like that. So, all that to say, I need to end this YouTube episode. We're at an hour and a half. For those of you on YouTube, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.